everybody, this is Rough Dog 4 for PS3 imports, and today we are doing a visual novel video guide of Mell. This is a very easy Japan game that should only take about 20-30 minutes since we can scene jump in the game and it doesn't affect CGs. There's really nothing complicated about it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to load up the config menu and we're going to scroll over with R1 once, and now we're going to start setting up the menu. Now once you have this set up, you can go ahead and back out and we can go ahead and start a new game. Now all scenes in the game can be skipped with a circle X button, so there's nothing that's going to make you force like any kind of like intro or a movie. And all we're really going to be doing, which is going to be a majority of the game, is I hit the R2 button and we're going to check this box, because if we check this box, we'll no longer have to keep saying, yes, we would like to skip. And all we're going to keep doing is we're going to continue to hammer the R2 button. That's it. And that's for about 20 minutes. This is exactly what you're going to be doing. All you're going to be doing is just hitting the R2 button, and we're going to skip along. And by the time we even reach the first choice, I think we're going to get about 4 trophies along the way. So again, even for a 20 or 30 minute game, there's very limited choices. I think there's probably like 20 or 25 choices overall that you have to make in the game. So you'll probably end up getting sore by hitting R2 for most of the game, but other than that, this is a piece of cake. Now that we finally reached our first choice, we're going to hit the square button to enter in the menu, and we're going to hit the save button. And what we're going to do is we're going to save this in the first slot. And again, you're going to see a little box down here. We're going to go ahead and check this, because this is just going to disable this message saying, are you sure you want to save? Yes, we are sure we want to save. So just back out, and we are going to pick option number 1, and we are going to continue again to hammer away. The good thing about this game too is that most of these choices are going to be relatively bunched together. As you can see, here's the next one. We're going to go ahead and hit option 1 yet again. And again, we're just going to keep hitting R2 just to keep skipping along. We made the first save because at least we don't have to go through that intro again. You can see it took at least like a minute or 2 to get there. At the very, where I'm going to hit, here's the third option. Again, we're going to hit option 1. So all we've been picking so far is just option 1. And we're going to be doing option 1 pretty much this whole playthrough too as well. Again, here we are, we're picking option number 1. Again, we're going to pick option number 1 here. Okay, so now at this screen, what we're going to do is we're going to create another save point. So we're going to load up the save menu yet again, and now we're going to move over here to save this into slot number 2. Again, we're going to go ahead and back out, select the first choice, and to go ahead and continue along too. As an FYI too, if you do happen to make a mistake, there is scene jump backwards, which is the L2 button. So if you ever accidentally hit the wrong choice, you could hit L2 to go back to the previous choice and then go back and select the right one. And again, here we are, we're picking the top choice yet again, number 1. And now at this point right here, we're going to create a third save. And when we back out, we're going to again pick option number 1. And at this point, too, we're going to pick option number 1, and this is going to be the last choice that we have until the ending. Now, it does, you probably have to scene skip, I'd probably say 20 or 30 times before you even reach the ending. So at this point, we're just going to be hammering away, and it will literally let us scene skip to the ending. So there is no other buttons you need to hit. All you got to do is just keep spamming R2. And this is what I was kind of hitting on earlier, is that you could see all the choices are kind of bunched together. And at the ending sequence, there's just no dead time. It's all just dead time after this. So each ending is definitely going to take you many hits just to end it. But again, we could just sit back and relax and just keep hammering away at R2 until we reach the end. By the time we finish this first playthrough, the game has a total of 22 trophies, and we will have 10 of them by the time we reach the ending of this game. At that point, I will come back and pick up, and we will continue on with the guide.
またいい買い物させてもらっちゃったわ。
And now we have reached the final ending. So at this point in the guide, you will have 10 out of the 22 trophies. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit load game, and we're going to load up save number 2. And again, you could check that box off if you don't want to be bothered with these notifications, which will just make the future choices just a little bit faster. And what we're going to do is now we're going to hit option number 2. And again, we are going to continue to skip away. At the next choice, we're going to take option number 2. And the next one came up pretty fast, and we're going to pick option number 1. With this choice, we're going to pick option number 1. And we're going to pick option number 1 yet again. And at this point, we're going to take option number 2. this point, we're going to take option number 2 again. And we're going to pick option number 1.
良一
And option number 2. And at this point, this is the last choice you're going to have until the ending of the game. Same as before, you saw there was many scene skips that we had to go through before we get to the ending. So by the time we reach at the ending, we will have 12 out of the 22 trophies. So again, I'm going to go ahead and step away as we continue just to keep spamming R2 until we reach the ending. And again, once we reach this screen, this is going to let you know that we are pretty much at the end of the game, or at the end of this playthrough, which again, we are at 12 of 22 trophies. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to load up another game save, and we're going to load up save number 1. And once we enter, we are going to hit choice number 2. And we're going to pick choice number 2 again. And we're going to pick choice number 2 here. And we're going to pick choice number 2 here as well.
良一くん
And choice number 2 here as well. And choice number 2 here as well. Okay, so now at this point right here, we are going to make our fourth and final save. So we're going to create a save point right here at save slot number 4. Go ahead and back out, and when we back out, we are going to select option number 1. And the next choice came up fast, and we're going to take option number 2. And at this point, we're going to take option number 2. And at this point, this represents the last choice we have before the next ending. We are going to pop an additional 2 trophies. So at this point, we're going to be at trophy number 14 out of 22. So yet again, just like the last 2, we're going to just keep hammering away on the R2 button many times until we finally reach the ending.
Mm. ご覧ください。こちらのデパ地下ではバレ。私も。確か。
And again, this is, now we just finished playthrough number 3, which now puts us at a total of 14 out of 22 trophies. So now, for our last real playthrough that's left, we're going to load up save number 4. We do have another one after this, but it finishes pretty fast. So right off the bat, we're going to pick option number 2, and we're going to go ahead and start skipping away. We're going to pick up option number 2 yet again when it comes up.
ただいまの時間。
We're going to go ahead and pick option number 2 here. Option number 2 again. option number 1. Option number 1. Option number 2. And with this option number 1, and at this point, again, we have reached the final choice, so we're going to go ahead and skip to the ending. As you noticed in the last few playthroughs, we gotten 2 trophies, but on this one, we're going to get 3 trophies. So I assume the last one is probably for reaching all of the specific endings that we needed. So at the end of this playthrough, which is number 4, we're going to have 17 of the 22 total trophies. And again, we'll go ahead and pick it up once we finally reach the ending, which will take many, many scene skips.
こんにちは。お邪魔。お邪魔します。
And here we have finally reached the ending point, which again, at this point, we would have 17 of 22 trophies. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to load up save number 3. And this is going to be the final ending that we're going to go for. So as soon as we load this save up, we're going to pick option number 2.
ただいまの時間をもって。てわけで、創立祭の。
And we're going to pick option number 2. So this is the last choice for this final playthrough. Unlike the other ones, the ending, I believe, comes up very fast in this one. I think I'll stick around for this one. I'm pretty sure there's only a few scene skips, and you only get 1 trophy in this playthrough too as well. So we'll end up at 18 out of 22 by the time this is over.
Merry Christmas!
And as you can see, that is the ending. So this was definitely much faster than the previous 4 playthroughs that we had. So at this point, we're done with the main game. We have 18 of the 22 trophies. And to get the final 3 trophies, it's very simple. All we're going to do is we're going to enter in every single option that's here on the bottom row. So we're going to go into CG mode. And the CG trophy will pop. And then all we're going to do is we're going to hit circle to back out. And we're going to go into music mode. Again, the music mode trophy will pop, and we'll go ahead and back out. And then finally, we're going to enter into event mode, which is going to pop the event mode trophy and your platinum. And as you can see, this is everything that you need to play the game. I hope you enjoyed the guide, and please feel free to like and subscribe to PS3 Imports. Have a great day, everyone.